We we're live. We're live, everybody. It's Kellen Cash again. Wanted to come back with a quick tip because I'm taking everybody on this journey with me on traveling abroad, and I'm doing that just to show the 70% of Americans who don't even have a passport, how easy it is. I have YouTube videos on that you can check out on Kellen Cash. That's Cash with a K. You can check on the YouTube and scroll down and see how easily it is to get a passport. But today I wanted to show you how I beat the travel agents. And when I say I beat the travel agents, I really mean I beat the travel agents, because Cameroon is a destination that we are connected to, we wanted to go to. And check this out. So ASAP Tickets, right, says they have $745 deals round trip. I need 4 tickets, so I really needed that. And they've been saying that, and sometimes the price goes to even $1,000, and that's still a great deal to go within the next 3 or 4 months. That's a great deal. These deals are not real. And if they are real, they hit you with such a hard tax. Now, when I say I beat out the travel agent, I beat out 2 travel agents who they didn't get mad at me, but they wanted to even see the deals that I got and how I got it. And this is, travel agent business is just another business that millennials and the forefathers before them have killed. Now, I don't necessarily hit in the millennial category, so I got to give, my gen, my folks some credit, because we helped put some of this together too, right? So I'm somewhat kind of hating and just letting it be known. But I beat the travel agent. And you don't need a travel agent if you get tech savvy. Now, I sometimes talk about end users. If you're just an end user, that means, you basically know how to turn on a computer, send a text, whatnot. But how did I beat them? Let's go through that journey. How did I beat them? How did we beat them? We beat them by, one, seeing if they could even match this. You got to do a free quote. They call you. Their price for me was at best like $9,000 or something like that for 4 tickets when we want to go. And I had someone else in passing I had met who, she said, just give me a chance. Give me 48 hours, which cost me at least $500 to $1,000. But, we gave her a chance, and it's not her fault from having me wait. But I gave her 48 hours, and the price went up $1,000. But she had a $9,000 total for me. Man, I didn't get the best deal, but I beat them by over $1,000. And it was a simple thing called Google Flights. I think I spelled that right. It was a simple thing, Google Flights, that helped you figure out, Google does a great job of being all in our business. And when you're looking for a discount, you're not mad at it, right? But Google Flights was a beautiful thing. Seattle to Cameroon. And we'll just put it in for, you guys can do this. You can just see whatever dates that you have. And, let's just say May, right? But we can see 1,500 here. And let's say you want to come back in June, right? 2,000, I don't like that. Boom, right there. Google Flights. It lets me, that was about the price that I got, and this was the timeline. There was no heavy layover, because one of the flights I showed one of the agents, they're like, yeah, but you're traveling with 2 little kids, and that's going to be a problem because it's a long flight. And there were some long flights. There were some flights that were like 50-hour flights, and this cuts that in by half. But they also want to charge $1,000 plus more dollars for the same flight or something similar. Like, I couldn't hit Google Flights. Millennials, get the in all the documents that you'll see, Business Insider, they kill travel agents. Now, I don't want to kill anyone's hustle, because there's a lot of people who aren't going to do what we did to get our tickets $1,000 more cheaper. But now I have $1,000 more in our pocket because we didn't wait for somebody completely to tell us what the best deal was, and they're shocked. So should I be getting their check? Should I be getting their check? All the travel agents who try to get you, travel with me because they're getting a check. Nah, you can't get paid off me. I'm keeping my money in my pocket like you keep yours in your pocket, right? You haven't done me any favors. So I say that to say, when you're looking for a flight, before you give it to a travel agent, man, find somebody who's tech savvy. Hit us up. We may do a consulting thing and help you find some flights. Because this 745, again, trust me, even when I went through the whole thing for future dates, 745, this still for 4 tickets ends up, it's $1,000 in fees just to fly internationally, wherever you want to go, but especially Africa. And this was about $6,000 if I let this travel agent. They had all type of, hidden fees and everything. Another thing that kind of helped me, but not really, because if I would have waited, it was a gamble. It was Hopper. Hopper is a nice app that tries to predict and tell you what when a flight is going to go up or down. And when I downloaded it, it seemed cool. It seemed like it knew what it was doing, but every day it said wait like another week. And then on another day, it said prices may not go down after the 5th. So it was kind of contradicting itself. But, if you can get your stuff way in advance, Hopper seemed like it might have known what it was doing. I'm going to try Hopper out again. I'm not going to hate on Hopper because Hopper is on that algorithm. You know what I mean? I'm just on that Kellenism, and getting that discernment and saying, okay, I should hit it here, I should hit it there, and let me just go because I gotta hit Africa, God willing, you know what I mean? Gotta hit Africa again. So I say try Hopper out, have plenty of time, and be flexible and have the money, have your cash in hand, whatnot, because these travel agents, I don't even want to go back to them. It's not that it's a ASAP tickets thing. It's a lot of the travel agents. I haven't used a travel agent probably since I was too young to buy my own ticket. And we stopped using them then because the internet was just something else. If you stay grinding and stay looking and, even at midnight, see if there's a deal. Also, for you people who say, Africa's too expensive and this and that, Dynasty Mir, you can search for Huru on YouTube, but he's shown so many times where Africa has been like $300 round trip on this site right here. I'm giving up the game because I just, that's what we're here to do. We're here to spread the good news, and that you can get, look at these round trips, 680. Yeah, that's all right. That's all right, But from Seattle to Beijing, 469. We're gonna take advantage of that before we leave Seattle. San Francisco to Rome. I've seen this in the past, and that seems to be a very popular flight. But don't say things are too expensive when you got all the designer clothes and all the flat screens. It's just your priorities. It's not things are too expensive. It's that you spend your money on things that you can enjoy at home, which is cool. Me, I like to travel. I like the fam to get out. It's about experience, because you watching someone else's life on TV, to me, is lame. And we all have our guilty pleasures. Don't get it twisted. But people who binge watch every reality show there is, and they need to get a life. Or write about it and make some money. But this secret flying is the truth. You need to check that out. Get on your Google Flights, get on your Hopper, get on your Experience Life. You don't have to have $1 million to take a trip. You just have to prioritize and put your piggy bank and keep your pennies in there. So that's the tip that I want to give you. And I see y'all on Facebook. Hey, Jerry. Hey, Corey, Christina, Tony. You know, we want everyone to travel, because Americans not traveling is the reason why some of the world looks at us real foolish. I mean, we already have foolish leadership from the top down, but because we don't travel, we don't see enough. You know, I've seen Americans in Europe, you know, your typical Americana from the Midwest and whatever, tell people in London how to speak and say things like, it's not windscreen, it's windshield, because there's different ways of pronouncing and words, and they don't really get it. But when they say they hate us for the freedom, it's not the freedom, it's that arrogance. It's that we don't know enough about them, and they know everything about us. And they know everything about us because we impose our culture wherever we go. And, you know, we help create popular culture in a lot of the world. But please believe it's a blend, that we're taking a blend of something else. When you see certain dances on TV and you're like, you know, where'd that come from? Most of the time it came from Africa. When you're seeing certain songs and drums, you know that came from Africa. And when you see, you know, the flamenco dancing, and you kind of need to know, okay, where does that come from? You need to be knowledgeable of things, especially if you do travel. Know how to do some greetings, know how to the food they eat. I've seen Americans and Trinidadians eat McDonald's while like in Europe. And that's just like, you know what, when you go overseas or you go to another country, you don't do that. That's like having Taco Bell in Mexico. ¿Por qué? Why would you do that? Why would you go have fast food in Mexico? And so, it doesn't make sense to me. But if you want a good deal, I need you to go check out Google Flights, check out Secret Flying, check out the Hoppers, send an inbox and say, you know what, I want to go here, any tips, whatnot. And it's easy to just respond to you, whether it be on the YouTube platform, the Anchor, the Facebook. If you need more help, we have clarity.fm/Kellen Cash with a K. And, you can get some one-on-one. And, we may even be able to help you like really find a great deal and book it. But, no guarantees on that. Life is busy. I'm not a travel agent. I tried that once through these programs. They're all the ones that I went through didn't pay what they say they're going to pay. And that's why all the people who are trying to convince you to get in these things, you're like, where have you traveled? You know what I mean? You got to have 100 people under you to make money off people. We don't do that. I don't want people talking about me saying, Kellen scam me. That's, this ain't where, Puff Daddy, Don King, and I'm not saying anything negative, but when you hear people say, oh man, they took money from me, and it's because those people didn't know the game that they were getting into, and they were very naive and vulnerable, and they just wanted to take any deal. We don't take any deal. So we look for our deals, we hunt for our deals, and we don't make excuses. And we're not always the most polite about it, because you got to knock down doors, but we never are trying to be rude. So I say all that to say, hunt your deal like you're hunting for a job. Hunt your deal like you're hunting for a good school for your child. Look for what you want and have a cap, and then go for it. And then, after you get the ticket, then put up the pennies so you can make sure you can eat and get around in case you get lost a couple times. It's just a beautiful thing to get lost. So I was longer than I wanted to be on this, but hit me up. It's all social media, Kellen Cash. Holler at me. I hope you guys do well, that you're blessed. I want to do something on visas, whatnot, and give you guys kind of just a rundown. I'm not going to give you the personal information, but just how to download it, because a lot of them, Americans especially, think all you need is a passport. In many countries, you need a visa. So, we're going to show that. And, you know, we're going to keep showing you this travel. Hopefully it'll inspire you to take a trip with the family, take a trip by yourself, do all that, you know. And we will talk next. Comments, like, subscribe, do all that. You guys be blessed. Shut up, boys. I see them talking at the bar.